Well, this is the 2022 Flathead Classic on the Gold Coast. I've never fished it before, you have.
I have.
This is Rodney, if you don't know. And we're going to give it a crack, aren't we?
I think we're going to give it a red hot go.
Well, I mean, I've been catching flathead for 40 years, if that counts for anything. But there's some guys out here that are pretty good.
Comes down to the day.
Does it?
Doesn't count how many flathead you've caught over the last 500 years.
Okay. Comes down to the day. Well, join us over the next 3 days as we go and catch a stack of flathead, fingers crossed, see how we go, show you how this whole tournament unfolds and what it's all about. I'll give you my honest review as I go through, whether I reckon it's any good or not. But any day you're out in the water is always a good day, so let's go fishing, eh?
Let's go.
It's a funny thing though, fishing a comp, just putting a McCarthy on here, is that we've been here for a couple of hours, we haven't caught a fish yet, and out of all the boats that are lined up along here, I reckon maybe 3 boats have caught fish. It's a very funny feeling seeing someone else catch a fish next to you. Normally you see someone and go, oh yeah, that's good on you, mate. In a comp, it's a bit more like, oh, you bastard. Don't you reckon? Not a flathead? Good start. Look at the colour on that guy. Beautiful. We got one. Yes, victorious. We're on the board. Woo! Look at it. I caught one. Oh, it's my first flathead ever. Oh, I dropped it, shit. I'm on the board with a massive flathead, look at that. Oh, well, it's a start. I caught one, Rodney.
You got one. That's it, you're on the board.
That's all I needed, mate. I just needed some...
I need you to contribute.
I know. I'm trying, man.
Well,
yeah, lucky it's not a one-man comp. I'd be all over.
I told you this spot.
Big fat zero for me.
It produces pretty good. Just find those weed edges, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
That Loco Prawn, that is nuts.
About 10 to 12.
10 to 12, it's the update. We've caught about 9 flathead, I reckon, maybe 10. That's all right, all small. But one thing I'm learning about this whole fishing comp thing is it is a whole different ball game. You tie a knot and you seem like you're so rushed. You put on a lure and you're like, oh, quick. It's just not like normal fishing. And I think that's the problem. You've got to kind of treat the day like it is. It's and you've really got to plan it out. Like you've really got to think it through. Okay, different stages of the tide, where are we going to be, what are we going to do? Because if you make it up as you go, I reckon you're gonna have a fizzer, absolute fizzer. But we're having fun. We're catching fish, little ones. But
we're catching fish.
We're catching fish. Let's see how we go.
Oh, little Jew.
Little Jewy under the bait. That's what's chasing them. School Jews. There you go. Find the bait, find the Jewies. That is a prime example of finding the bait. So we've looked over and there were all these little herring just going absolutely bananas on the surface. They still are. And that is a telltale sign. I just said to the guys just beforehand, fish like that, even though it looks like the herring might actually be feeding on smaller fish, it's like a buffet for predatory fish, especially little Jewies just like that one. He's eating a little Loco Prawn. Find the bait, you find the predatory fish. That's a better one. Oh, it's going nuts. Yeah! Thanks for that.
Can I high five you?
Yeah, bro. That's a cracker. 63. So we've literally, the boat ramp is right there. Like it is, I'm talking 150 meters away, and we've just come across and we're watching all the boats head up here. And then we saw these 2 pelicans just on this bank here. Wow. Wow, it's a whiting in the head. And we saw these 2 pelicans like really feeding hard in here. And I thought, you know what, you can't ignore that. There's obviously a lot of bait sitting in there. So we've come over, Rodney's second cast, bang, how big was it?
45.
45 centimetre flathead to start the day. That's a good scoring fish. Bob's your uncle. So everyone can travel millions of miles, but there are flathead all over this joint and you can't ignore the signs like that. Mate. Oh, look at him feeding in the bait. That's beautiful. And that's what you look for. If you see a bird feeding like that, oh, I just had a big swirl in mine. Come on. You know there's bait. You can see it trickling on the surface. You see the pelicans feeding. Telltale sign. Find the bait, you generally find the fish. Oh, great fish, guys. About a 50, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, hello.
Right down the gob. Wow.
Yes. Keep him in that net, bro. Well, it's about 11 o'clock, and I've got to tell you, it is freezing cold. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. No one expected this. This was not the forecast. It was supposed to be 24 degrees, 5 to 6 knots today. Well, it's blown about 12 and it's so cold. My knees are knocking. We cannot believe how cold it is. We've caught 3 fish. But every single person we see that have come past has said exactly the same thing. It's really quiet. No one's, and some people don't tell you anything because they don't want to give it away. But others are saying, yeah, it's pretty average. So we've ended up back where we started. Our electric motor, the battery has gone completely flat. And with all the boats we were fishing around, we were just running into people. It was just no good. So we've just come back to the boat ramp. We've caught, I think, 3 or 4 fish for the day. It's been pretty miserable, to be perfectly honest. So we'll fish for another, I don't know, half an hour now. See if we can pick one up along here. If not, that's it for day 2. Yeah. Well, this is the last day of the Gold Coast Flathead Classic 2022. My first fishing comp ever. What do I think so far? Fishing comps are very frustrating. That's the wrong species, bro. Oh no, it's a bloody stingray. Just rock the boat, guys. Come on, catch. You know, you might have years and years of experience catching flathead, but if you don't know the area that you're fishing, makes things very, very tough. We're hearing about people catching 80, 90 fish. Like, where are they getting them? Anyway, today's the last day. You never know. We might be able to turn things around. The wind's going to come up a bit later on, but blue skies, we're fishing. Let's see if Rodney and I can protect what little reputation we have. Catching cups of flathead. That's a good fish. Nice, buddy. That's a good score. Yes, Rod. Yes, Rod. Good job, bro. Holy smokes. Oh, airborne. I've never seen a flathead go that high in the air before. Is that a flathead? It is too. Yes. Good scorer.
Double.
Doubles, baby. Come on now. Come on, flathead. Done. Thank you, my friend. That's a lot of bait, man. No, I think this is a good fish, guys. Yeah, it's a fish. Yeah, some weight there. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a good fish.
Oh, it's a puffer fish.
It's a toad.
It's a big toad. I'm not going to win the Flathead Classic on that. I can tell you that right. I might. Yes! Yeah. Nice fish. Probably half an hour to go. We got a decent one on here. It's not bad. Probably a 50. I swallowed it right down, so I don't want it to go through that leader. Come on, buddy. Yes. Beautiful. A little live target. Wilson are now distributing. Absolutely smashed it. All right. Well, that's it. That's all she wrote.
She's done.
Flathead Classic done and dusted. Came in 497th. Well, that's it. We've now got all the presentations here tonight for all the winners. We will not be getting presented with anything. Out of 618 anglers, I'm guessing we came around somewhere between 170 and 200 if my maths is right, which is not too bad for our first time. So for my first comp in actually fishing a comp, I absolutely loved it. I can really recommend, if you guys ever wanted to do a comp, the Flathead Classic on the Gold Coast is a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah. So until next year when we come back and do this again, I'm Bergie. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and see you on the water. Catch ya.